What's up, guys? It's Nick with Two Brothers Comics, and today I thought I'd do a little bit something different. I thought I'd check out Gocollect.com and see how accurate it really is in comparison to eBay. Dustin and I do our Saturday night Comic Book Babble-on, and he brought up the idea that Gocollect was not entirely accurate. I told him that I thought it was very accurate, so we decided to look up a few books he had on his wall, and I thought that might be a good idea to expand it into a full video. So here it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to check out the Gocollect homepage, look at some of the trending what's selling, compare those prices to eBay prices, and see how accurate it actually is. So before we get into it, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, dislike it. I don't care. If you're not familiar with Gocollect.com, it's basically a price guide for comic books. As you'll see right here, they refer to themselves as the stock ticker for comic books. Gocollect tracks sales of comic books graded by CGC and CBCS, so we will check that out. Now, I'm only on the free membership here, and you get basically you get the access I use it for. I would just like to see what the generic sales values are. I've never had an issue with it. I've always felt it was very accurate. Now, for $9 a month or $89 a year, it says here, you can get all these additional things. So if that's something, if you're a hardcore seller, you might be interested in. If you're just a casual comic book buyer, casual collector, looking for a fair price guide to kind of base other things off, I would recommend just going with the free version. And they also do have a pretty cool blog section and a spec video once a week from Reggie Collects. Now, before we get into it, Two Brothers Comics is in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Gocollect. So the closest way we are affiliated to it is just by watching Reggie Collects, and that's not much affiliation at all. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's find a book here on the list. What we'll do is we'll do maybe one from silver, one from bronze, one from modern, and one from the new category. So we'll do 4 separate books, see how much time passes, and we may do some more. So let's scroll through. Avengers 57, that's a pretty hot book right now with Vision. WandaVision coming out, so let's check out the data there. We'll open up the link in the new tab and hop on over. All right, so 9/8 sells for $20,000 is the FMV. Again, FMV stands for fair market value, and it was last calculated on 9/29 is what they're saying here, based on all of the sales history. So at a quick glance here, guys, you get your grade from a 9/8 all the way down, and what they're suggesting the FMV are, what the FMV is, as well as the last sale and sales history. And that, again, is, this is probably going to be 25 plus sales, 22 sales, etc. On the right, you kind of see the trend in the graph, as well as how many are actually on the CGC census here. Again, this is CGC, not CBCS census there. So I like to go kind of middle of the road when I look at these. I like to see, the grade with a lot of sales, so we can kind of compare the most recent. So we'll go with the 7.5 here. There are 406 blue labels. 350 blue labels, 460 total on the census. And they're saying the FMV of this is 425 based in September of 2020 is the last sale. And there's 25 plus recent sales. All right, so let's hop over to eBay. Let's paste that in. Avengers number 57. What we're going to do is we want the CGC 7.5s. That's what's listed currently. 516, 500, 549. Again, Gocollect is telling us the 7.5s right around 425 is a fair market value. But again, that's what's listed. We're not really interested in what's listed. We want to see what's sold recently. So let's go down and add that on the filter. Wow. All right, so 390 was the latest sale on August 16th. Now, a new trailer has come out since then, so this value will probably go up. But again, 390 FMV, here's 425, so you figure with taxes, shipping, etc., you're getting pretty close. August 12th, best offer was accepted of 500, less than 500. When you see a cross through like that, that means it was not 500 they accepted, it was a slightly less. 380, 380. So you figure, with taxes and shipping, you're hitting probably close to that 420 mark, right? Depending on where you live. And that's not too far away. And you guys don't have to calculate taxes and shipping into the price, but ultimately that's what you guys are going to pay to get the book. So I think that's pretty accurate. So we'll say that one is a fair fair FMV. Now let's go back to the Gocollect home page, and we'll click on bronze. All right, so let's check on the bronze. We're gonna scroll down. A lot of these are the really recent books that have started to heat up due to movies, or obviously Black Panther #1 got pretty expensive there here recently. Savage She-Hulk #1's another one. Star Wars #1, that's actually going up a good bit, which I'm able to grab before it gets too high. Avengers Annual 10, this one's interesting. So if you're not familiar with that, let's click on it and we'll show you why. Another cool thing Gocollect does is if it is a key, which most books you look up generally are going to be, if you're really interested in actually what they're selling for, this is the first appearance of Rogue, first appearance of Madeline Pryor. News broke not too long ago that they've actually cast someone to play Rogue in the MCU, which means, X-Men are coming, right? That's kind of what everybody's thought process is here. So let's check it out. $9,700. And there's a huge gap between a 9.8 to a 9.6 of almost $500. Same here, FMV calculated late September. Let's look at some of the latest sales. Let's scroll down. So there are 1,300 9.6s on the census. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1235. So that's a pretty big deal. 899 blue ones. So let's look at a 9.6. Obviously, there's been quite a few sales, so let's copy this in. Avengers Annual 10. Let's put that into eBay here. And let's search. So we're going to change up to a 9.6 near mint, and we're going to go and make sure it's CGC. So that's what we want to look for. And then we're looking at the sold already. And if you look, I mean, wow. 270 best offer accepted. What is the FMV again? 210. So wow, 220. Couldn't even sell it for 220. This one sold for 250, 250. But look at all these best offers accepted. So these things are selling for considerably less, I'm assuming, than 250, even 230, 220. So that 210 is looking pretty accurate. I mean, really, with one sale confirmed at 250, and that was mid-September, right around when that kind of news was getting hot. 211, one at 245. So I mean, you're looking pretty close there. 210, 250. And then obviously we see some raw books here selling for 130, 135, 160, which kind of blows my mind. There's not going to be much return there. If you buy it at 135 and you do get it graded, and if it doesn't come back at a 9.6, you're not making much money. At a 9.4, you're basically breaking even. 9.2. So in this scenario, it doesn't make much sense to spend that much money on a raw book. But I would say all in all, I mean, 210 is a fairly accurate price point for this book at a 9.6. So let's move on. All right, so we'll go back to the homepage here and let's go to Modern. Amazing Spider-Man 300, another good book. 361, Spawn 1. That's actually pretty interesting that it's trending up here higher. Ultimate Fallout 4, obviously. Thor number 5 still blows my mind. Venom 3, X-Men 4, that's a big one. I say big lightly. I mean, it's a neat book to have. It's not huge. Wow, Incredible Hulk 340. Teen Titans 12, I tell you what, I have one of those on my wall. I'm interested to see what that is about. So let's let's open this one up and check it out. So it's Teen Titans 12. All right, so 9.8 FMV of 525, and then 9.6 it drops down pretty considerably. 625 on the census for 9.8, 800 for a 9.6. In this scenario, let's look at a 9.8, right? Because it is super modern, and I feel like in this book, if you don't have a 9.8, you're kind of losing there. So let's check out a Teen Titans number 12 and a 9.8. So we'll copy that over into eBay, see what pulls up. All right, so, and there are several different prints of Teen Titan. There are variants, second printings, foils, all kinds of stuff. If you're not familiar with the book, it is the first Batman Who Laughs, and we're going to look for a 9.8 near mint. And let's check it out. So the FMV for the book was 525 and a 9.8. Wow. CGC 9.8, $720. September 24th, $630. Let's see. See the foil. The foil is only $162. $750. First Batman Who Laughs. $689. And obviously some of these lower sales are the variants. Foil Convention $150. $665. I hate when eBay sellers do this. Put this book is on fire with emojis and it's a key, and then all this other craziness. Like, come on, guys. There's no need for that. If people are looking for a book, wow, $850, $700. So I will say in this scenario, at a 525 FMV, it's not looking super close within the last month. I mean, $700 for a 9.8. I might need to get mine pressed and cleaned and sent off for sure. The one thing I can think that might be driving the price down is if it's not noticing the difference between the foil convention edition sales and maybe some of the second prints. I'm assuming it picks up second prints, but I'm wondering if, like I said, these foil variants aren't being picked up, because that may be a little different to differentiate between. And if you're averaging, $150 for the foil along with $700-800 for the standard covered A, that's definitely going to drop those averages. So in this scenario, I wouldn't trust that price point. I would double check. And guys, it's always important to check more than one price point. But again, Gocollect is the place I go to most. So we'll say so far, two out of three. 2 out of 3 we're hitting strong. So let's go back to Gocollect homepage. We'll go into new. So these are brand new books, just came out. First Robin King's a big one. Strange Academy #1 obviously is hitting pretty hot. Let's find something really interesting. Venom 25, Venom 27. Let's see. Not much. Tell you what. Oh, Venom 26. And if you guys didn't see his reveal, oh man, that was disappointing. Let's just go with Thor 5. Thor 5. Everybody bought a ton of these copies. Look at this. Everyone bought a ton of them, sent them off to CGC, and basically just a flip. So Thor number 5, 9.8, 755 with 25 plus sales. So let's do this. We'll copy it in. Paste. We're looking for a CGC 9.8. All right, so Thor first print sold $101. And again, we're looking at first prints here. I'm hoping this value over here in the 9.8 differentiates between first, second, and third print, but I'm assuming it does. So 101, 120 or less, 100, 100, 100. So this book's selling for about $100, $125 consistently. Let's go back and see if we're really... Let's go. So see, at one point a week ago, it was selling for $140, $150. So, I mean, it's amazing, guys. These modern books, and when I say modern, I mean brand new books. Look at this. Sold for 99 cents. That's wrong. So I bet NC best offer accepted. That's crazy. So there's something weird about this. Either this person's just trying to drive the price down on averages. There's something weird going on here. Nobody's going to accept 99 cents unless they did it by accident. 121. Let's keep going. 117. But again, you can see the trend, right? I mean, good for a quick flip, I guess, if you're into that. But give this some time, and it's going to trend back down. So I would say you look at the value. It says 180 for an FMV, not within the last 2 weeks. Let's go back to page 4 and see kind of what it was selling for at one point. 330 in somebody in August did a best accepted offer. 340 in August. So you guys see, I mean, if it's averaging from August to September, it makes sense that it's 180 because of how high these sales were, which is blowing my mind. This isn't low print. I mean, come on, guys. This is not a low print book. So Inferno Comic Stores, quit being dishonest. Thor number 5 was not a quote-unquote low print book. Get out of here with that. 335. So again, if you're looking at averages from July, August, September, I can see where they're getting 180 from. It makes sense. However, within the last 2 weeks, last week and a half. $120, $100, give or take, is probably about where I'd feel comfortable if I was actually going to buy one of these in a 9.8, just based on current sales data. Now, I'm not saying long-term spec, none of that. That's not what we're about. But again, $100, man, $100 when people were paying $350 for it in July and August. Mind-blowing, but that's why it always pays to do your research here. So, but anyways, guys, let's check it out. So we looked at Thor 5 and some of these other ones. I would say Thor 5, it's so new, it's hard to really tell where they're how long. If you look at the averages between the 3 months, that number makes sense, absolutely. But it's about $80 high for the last week, and I think with the comic market being the way it is, it's very volatile, and it's kind of difficult to keep up with that unless Gocollect is constantly pulling data every single day and averaging last week's sales, last 2 weeks. I don't know how long their actual sales data is averaged from. Now, it could be hearing some of this FAQ stuff, but I would say 2 out of 4. If you're going to look at these books, I say silver and bronze, you're probably going to do fine with. There's not much Golden Age, but I'm sure there are some Golden Age books. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the video. If you like this, checking out the accuracy of Gocollect. We can do that with some of these other books, compare them to eBay and things like that. Always do your research first, but if you're looking for a quick price guide, I recommend Gocollect over some of the other places. Gocollect's simple to use, and again, it's a resource I use always. And I do like their blog section here, so it's pretty cool. And if you're looking for some reads and some other things, check this out. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for being the best part of Two Brothers Comics, and as always, collect your way.